Hello, welcome to Nana's Journey, and today I'm going to make this quilt. I'm making it for my grandson's birthday, and he really likes teal, so I picked out some teal fabrics. He also picked out this quilt from my Pinterest board, and the most common name I found for it is Nana's Flower. So you could do a search for that in Pinterest if you want to look at some other options. It'll finish at 72 by 72, and these are the fabrics. Fabric A is Kona White. Fabric B is Dinosaur Skin Teal. For the white I have 1 3/4 yard. For the dinosaur skin I have 1 3/4 yard. For the stucco dark teal C, I have 1 1/4 yard. For D, this is Linear Maze Light Turquoise, I have 1 1/4 yard. E, which is Codici Aqua, I have a 1/2 yard. And for F, I have Chalk and Charcoal Surf, which is 3/4 yard. All I did, was for me, for A, I needed 68 squares, and I get 9 squares per strip, so I would need 8 strips. And so that's what I did. F does not have any whole squares, so I didn't need any strips for that. And for the HSTs, that was the same thing. I needed 20 squares for 40 HSTs altogether, so I needed 3 strips. This is the most confusing part. For the HSTs, what we do is we get 2 fabrics, put them right sides together. I get a 1/2 square triangle, draw a line on both sides, and those are my sew lines. And then I will cut them in half, and then I will have 2 1/2 square triangles in this square. So 1 square gives me 2 1/2 square triangles. So for A and B, I needed 32 1/2 square triangles, so I need 16 of these squares. And so this is what I need if I counted correctly. I'm not saying this is totally accurate because I won't know until I finish. So, but this is what I've got so far, and I've already got them paired up. So let's get to the sewing machine, and I'll show you how to make the 1/2 square triangles. And that is all this quilt is: whole squares and 1/2 square triangles. And these are 4-inch blocks finished. So let's get to the sewing machine. Okay, this is going to be very easy. Like I said, I'm just going to sew on the lines. We're going to press this to the dark side, trim it to 4.5 inches, and then we can put the quilt together. So let me get that finished, and I will be back. Okay, I have all my pieces ready. Everything's pressed, trimmed. I lost my E tag. I'll probably find it when I clean up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the center piece. And of course, obviously I only need 1 of these. Then I'll make 4 of these strips right here. And then I've got 4 quadrants left. but I've divided that quadrant into 4 quadrants. So I'll make 4 of these, and these. I will put them together, and then we can piece the quilt together. So let me start with this right here. Okay, I'm going to take 4 of my A and B HSTs. I'm going to put it here. And then you just rotate so that you're making a pinwheel. And then you just sew it up like a 4 patch. So let me get that done and I'll be right back. Okay, here is the center piece. We only need 1 of those. Now I need to gather the pieces and line up how these are going to be put together. And then I will just put the pairs together and then sew the pairs. So let me get that ready. Okay, this is how this strip is going to go. You've got a division here, a square, and then you've got arrows going this way, ending with white. So I will do all 4 at the same time, just pairing them up, and then I will add the pairs. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I have all 4 of the strips done. They're about 32 inches tall and they're about 32 inches tall, lengthwise, and a width of about 8.5. So maybe 32.5. So now I need to start working on the quadrants, and when I get that set up, I will be back. Okay, then this is the next section we're going to work on. It is this section right here. So we've got these fabrics, the white going across, these going across here, and then this little corner here. So I'm just going to sew them together and I will be back. Okay, I have the first of the quadrant done. I have this section right here done, and now I will do this one. So let me get that set up. Okay, this section is next, and this is the layout. I've got 4 of each piece so that I can make 4 of them. And then when I'm done, I am going to attach it to our first one so that I have the first half done. Okay, I just wanted to mention that to help keep track of what that quadrant looks like, I just cut up some strips of paper and taped them together so that I'm only looking at this particular square and I don't get mixed up. So that might help you. Okay, I have the bottom half of the quadrant finished. We have these 2 sections left, and then we can put it together, and once the quadrants are together, we can put the quilt top together. Okay, I've got the fabrics ready for this section, and this did make it a lot easier, helped me from looking at, the rows next to it. So this is the order they go. So let me get those put together. Okay, that section is done. And now we have our last section, the corner piece. So let me get that done. I will get all the pieces sewn together, and then I will be back. Okay, I've got the top half finished now, so now I'm going to add it to the bottom half. So I just need to pin these together and sew them up. Okay, the quadrant sections are all finished and all put together. Now what I'll do next is I will take these pieces and just sew it together like a 9 patch. So these will get sewn together, and these will be rotated to the proper orientation. This row will get sewn together, and this row will get sewn together, and then I will attach them. Okay, I have the quilt all finished. It's quilted, bound. I've got a minky teal for the backing. I just did a crosshatch for the quilting. And he's excited to get this. He loves minky, and this is his favorite color, so he's excited. I also wanted to let you know that I will be doing a farmer's wife quilt, the 1920s one, but I will not be recording the blocks. I will show you the blocks once in a while. This is something I'm doing just for me. Carrie from Canary Quilts is doing a quilt along for this and the 1930s, and she does a really good job. I will be following along with her. She starts at the very beginning with how to use EQ8, if you have that, to the very end, getting all the blocks done and the quilting and everything. She did the same thing with a Dear Jane quilt. She has a playlist for that as well. She's got worksheets for the farmer's wife and everything, so go ahead and check her out if you're interested in doing a farmer's wife quilt. And I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.